Hello, brothers and sisters. This is Chuck of Chuck's Off the Grid World. Today, what I want to do is I just got back from a bike ride. It's a little bit chilly out, and I normally take my regular bike on a bike ride for exercise, but today I took the e-bike. This is my e-bike right here. It's 3.0, and I'm giving you the 300-mile checkup. I'm a little bit shy there. I'm at 297, but that's close enough. When I was riding the bike, it was down to 1 energy bar. I've never seen it that low before. And I was wondering if it was going to stop on me or not, but it didn't. It continued to bring me on in. I ride 95% of the time. I ride it on pedal assist 1, which right there, pedal assist 1. That's where I normally ride it. And I usually ride it with my remounted headlight in the on position, so that way it has some visibility in the front, and even though it doesn't have brake lights in the back, and I got a bungee cord covering it up, but there's a tail light as well. Okay, 300 miles. What kind of problems have I had? Okay, one thing I want to say is the bike has not let me down, has not got me stranded somewhere. Let's put it that way. Things I've had problems with is, number one, is this headlight bracket. The bracket used to come up right here, and this light was mounted to it, but I believe because there's so much bouncing going on with the front forks that the headlight would never stay adjusted tight, and then eventually what happened, seeing I'm off the grid all the time on rough roads, it broke right here, and I JB welded it back together, and it's holding. Meanwhile, Lectric, I have a hard time saying that for some reason, Lectric sent me a new headlight, a new mount, and a new reflector, which I still have in the box, but they were real good about it, real quick about it, and I have no complaints. I think it's perhaps it's the way I ride the bike. It's on bumpy roads, off the grid. It's not a lot of pavement. But this little bracket I made, got at Walmart, and just made it and painted it up. It's working perfect. Mounted right to these screw holes right here. Well, one of my subscribers suggested what I do is I buy a telephone mount and mount it here on the handlebars, which that was an excellent idea. I hadn't thought about that, although this handlebar, as you can see, is a little wider at the bottom. So plus the fact when I had this problem, I was off the grid, so it's not like I could go to Amazon and order something, because I couldn't have it delivered. But this is working out fine. I have this other spare headlight like this. I think I'll put them on my wife's bike. She has a little bitty headlight right here, and I might try mounting it to the handlebars, because her handlebars are different than mine. They're about this diameter here all the way, instead of getting bigger, they're the same size diameter. So, but this is working perfect. I have no problems with it whatsoever. Another thing I had problems with is this seat, this pogo seat right here. It seemed like it always wanted to slip down. It didn't want to stay in place. Even though I tightened as much as I tightened it here, I think perhaps I've tightened it enough or something. Now it seems to be staying in place better. But another problem I've had is this right in this area right here with the seat. It's a pogo stick seat, and when I hit a bump, it felt grindy. It just really rough and like something grinding. So I put some WD-40 in there and a little bit of oil. Took care of that problem. It's not grindy anymore. It's nice and smooth. Another problem I had with the bike is right here. There's a recall on these brake calipers. This is the old one right here. You know, I don't know if that's a front one or a back one, but I set them out there. They're definitely different. 3.0 has different brakes than the 2.0. My wife's bike's a 2.0. Had no problems with the brakes whatsoever on it. But Lectric sent the calipers, and I got them in about 3 or 4 days. And so they also said that they would pay up to $100 to have them installed. Well, I installed them myself. Watch a previous video, you can see how I installed them. Not that I'm a bicycle mechanic, but so you have to take that with a grain of salt. it was an easy process. It took me about an hour, and I just got back from a 10-mile ride. They work perfect. I had no problems whatsoever. Before, one time I hit the brakes, and the brake felt like something broke, and it just went all the way back to the handlebar, and the rear brakes wasn't working for me. So I did a little work on it. When I had these old ones, I loosened this screw up right here and did some readjustment on it, and it seemed to work okay again. But seeing that they sent me some new ones, I replaced it with the new ones. Other than that, the bike has been performing perfectly. I've had it for almost a year now, and everything, any kind of problem I've had with it is taken care of under warranty. Fast, good service. And would I buy one again? Yes, absolutely, I'd buy another one. I don't know if I'd buy exactly the same model. The only thing I find to be a little bit restrictive in this bike is the front tire and the back tire are just not quite wide enough for going on the really gravelly, rocky trails that we go on in the Colorado mountains. But 99% of the time, they work perfect. They work perfect on dirt. They work perfect on pavement, of course. But it would be nice just to have maybe a little wider tire, a little more suspension. But I believe they have another model out that has a wider tire and has more suspension. I think, although I traded the front fender with my wife's, because her bike is white, and I took my black fender, put her on a white bike. I was going to do that to the rear fender as well, but I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm just going to take the fenders off. I don't really need the fenders. They serve no purpose, only when you're riding in the rain or something, but I don't ride in the rain all that often, and so I think I'm just going to take them off. Would it be a mistake? Maybe. I've made mistakes before, but I can't think of any other issues I've had with this bike. Just it's been performing well. I find it to be a little awkward trying to fold it down and put it in, storing it in the back of a pickup truck or something. I just find it a little bit awkward to fold down. I know there's videos on how to do it, but it's just a little bit awkward. Okay, well, I think that's all for right now. This mirror I put on here is working perfectly well too. That's perfect. So I'm going to end this video here, and I want to thank you for watching.